Hey everybody, before we get started here, I just want to say this episode with Jordan and Ben, with Be Humble Jim in here, was such an incredible experience. I got to hear a powerful, impactful story that you'll hear. Ben speaks on the podcast. He talks about his Down syndrome, and he talks about what Jordan has done and what Be Humble Jim has meant towards him. Jordan tells his story of, man, just a wrecked man rising up to becoming something so much bigger than himself. And I've thought about it all night, and it's 7 a.m. today, and I just want you guys to please, if you don't make it to the end of this podcast, I just want you to hear this right now. Please go to Be Humble Jim GoFundMe. The link will be attached on my page. It's on their Facebook page. Follow them. These athletes are beautiful, beautiful people. I get very emotional in this podcast, and when you hear stories about some of the athletes like Renee and Ben and Chris and some of these guys and what they've been through, it's such a powerful, powerful message, and what they're doing is beautiful. These athletes are what Jordan's trying to do is build these guys a gym, a home just for them. And they have a GoFundMe. Go to it. Put $5 down if that's what you have to do. If you can do more, do more. Please. And they're the sweetest people. And I just know that last night, just laying in bed, thinking about this episode, thinking about getting to know them, or even Ben, we went out to the garage after the podcast, and Ben looks at me, after just telling me everything about himself, he smacks himself on the forehead and says he forgot to give a special message to a very special person. So he asked if I'd put this at the end of the episode, but I'm going to put it right at the start here. So Corey is Ben's girlfriend, and they have an anniversary coming up, and he wanted to give you a special message. Corey, he wanted to say happy 3 years and 10 months. Happy anniversary. Love, Ben. Please, everyone, go check these people out. Check out this episode. We get started off a little rough because Jordan's last name is probably one of the hardest things I've ever tried to pronounce. And this story is very impactful and emotional. So sit down, grab your popcorn, get a little back rub from your husband or wife, and check this episode out. Hit like, share, subscribe. Go to Be Humble Jim. Go to the GoFundMe. Please put a couple dollars down and enjoy this episode. Take 4. All right. And this is Shot 30 Podcast, and I am Shane Newbert. And today I have two guests in the studio that I have waited for a long time. I've been watching their stuff. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. It is the owner of Be Humble Jim, Jordan Matulovich.
Got that time. Yeah, buddy.
And Ben Simpson. All right, if you just want to lean forward here and say, wave in.
Say hi to him, buddy.
Hey, what's up?
All right, and we're just going to have you step back for a minute, or you can sit on the couch, you can sit there, wherever you want. I'm going to talk to Jordan for just a little bit, and then we have questions and things we want to do with you. All right, so to get started, Jordan, I would love for you to just drop everything out there, what you have done. You don't need to go into the whole story yet, but let's just start with what you're doing.
All right, first of all, I'm not the owner of Be Humble Jim. The athletes own it.
Absolutely.
I'm just the coach. Wow. Where do I start?
Like right now, you see these athletes. You have a gym that is open just whenever Would you describe what the gym is?
All right. What the gym is, it's basically the world's first special needs only gym. That's all we do there is coach and train special needs athletes. It's always 100% free for everything for the kids. Like, they show up, all they have to do is have fun.
Absolutely. And now you are right outside of Springfield?
Yes, in Sherman, Illinois.
Sherman, Illinois.
Yeah.
So now, how do you go about do the athletes come to you? Have you been pointed in directions of some of the athletes?
Well, we are our own Special Olympics agency too.
Oh, okay.
But they only compete 5 months a year, so we made it a year-long program for the kids.
Do the kids now? The kids are competing in powerlifting.
Powerlifting, yes.
And do you train them for anything other than powerlifting, or is it? I mean, it's just. I mean, powerlifting is a cool, very awesome thing. I have my history with it, and so to hear more, if it's just about powerlifting.
Actually, it's really not about lifting even. Like, the gym is, like, basically just the stuff that holds it all together. Mm-hmm. You know, we're there for confidence, friendship, hard work, goal setting, goal achieving, and just on everyday life situations, on what to do with, and how to deal with life,
and really just kind of there for each other, man. The way your videos all look, it's smiles and hugs and good jobs and jump hugs. I've seen Chris run after you and jump up on you and latch onto you.
Yeah, he's too big for that now.
Oh, he's getting stout. Man, he's a stout boy.
Yeah, he's like 5'1" at 210.
Dude, and he's just hit a 320-pound deadlift PR yesterday? Yeah. 2 days ago.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday.
Yeah. How many athletes do you have that participate?
16, I believe.
Oh my goodness.
But like right now with the COVID and all that, we're doing all one-on-one training with the athletes, and I think we have about 8 or 9 that usually come a couple times a week to the house.
Do you? Is it, I mean, mainly just around their schedule, or do you have an open schedule?
I try to make it like, technically I own the business, but you set your own hours, but you're nonstop working. Mm-hmm. Like I was answering text messages at 10:30 last night before going to bed, because somebody has a question about a T-shirt or the gym or, in anything.
And so first of all, I do want to get this out there. My wife, when she had brought me to your stuff, the very first thing I thought to myself was, wow, I'm so far behind. Because I had to go back to the start and watch everything. I was learning everything about all of that, like all of your athletes and about you. And you're such an interesting guy. But my wife, when she brought us to, it was, hey, there's these shirts, and it's for such a great cause. And I want to just pull out some of this stuff. You have your shirts on that you guys make, or do you order? Do you do it? How do you guys do it?
We have to order them from like a T-shirt manufacturer, because also like all their shirts are top quality. Anything I put the kids' gym on is top quality.
Yes.
They're Bella canvas, screen printed, so they're going to last for a very long time.
And so you just gave me a beautiful gift, and I want to say thank you guys so much. The banner that you guys are selling for $100.
Yes.
The banner's brand new, right?
Brand new.
And then I'm just gonna run through all these. I've decals for the car, or your windows in your or your mirrors in your gym,
or to tag stuff in your gym with.
And then look at this thing. This is about the baddest shirt I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That's the coach's edition. If you watch me deadlift, you're gonna listen to Taylor Swift and see some weight moved around and see the finger a whole bunch.
When I used to compete, I used to walk out to like my lifting music was Miley Cyrus.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Yep, I have some.
Which one, like Party in the USA?
It was that. I did the climb once. I don't know if you know that song.
Yeah.
It's all about the climb. and everybody just kind of sat there. What is going on here? And then I did at Rum. I did a Christina Aguilera song.
Nice.
Yeah, I had my last deadlift of the day, and it was It was to Christina. And so, yeah, I want to say thank you guys so much again for this. And actually, the cool thing is I have something for all three of you guys. Jordan, your son's here. He's in the background.
Yeah, my son Christopher's here. He helps out amazing with the athletes, too. And he's amazing power lifter as well.
Good. Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. Did you, Chris, did you take that up after your dad?
Yeah.
You did? Okay.
Well, it was never forced on him.
Oh,
you know?
I love to do it.
He loved to do it. He loves your garage gym because it reminds him when he was like 6-7 years old, like the old like dungeon gyms.
That's exactly the way we
used
said
to go
it.
to.
Yeah, we
You know,
said it
like
with the OSB.
Chalk and dirt everywhere, chalkboards.
Oh yeah, you're writing on it. Like
Yeah, I can't wait to get the kids a freaking chalkboard.
well, you know you can. Timmery has done this for a lot of our stuff. We have chalkboard paint.
Yeah.
And so you can spray paint anything. We did the back of the door. We've done the wall.
Nice.
So the chalkboard is all just that chalkboard paint. But so we just made this new design. We just got it approved as ours. This is a Shot 30 podcast new. And we're going to be selling those too. So
Nice.
if anybody wants one, just go ahead and message us. But yeah, there's a little shot glass spilling out. But we're going to say this is pre-workout spilling out of that.
All right.
We'll go with pre-workout.
That'll work.
So we've
I'm
got,
okay if the world drinks. The world's not okay if I drink.
We're going to talk about that right after this.
All
you know,
right.
like you guys can all pick through those later. We got 3 different colors, 3 different sizes, and those are for you. And Timmery's actually going to be giving you guys a couple of our new decals that we just dropped. So
freaking awesome.
dude, you guys are awesome. So I do understand a lot of people are probably like, wow, this is Shot 30 podcast and Shane isn't half a bottle of Fireball in or 9 beers or something like that at this point. But that is because I know that you have had a past history before you, and can you lead this up to how it came to when you started the gym, your addiction?
My addiction.
Yeah.
Like what triggered it?
Just how your addiction happened, how it affected you as a person, your mind, and who you are today, and how it came to be when you opened up the gym.
Yeah. Okay. Like I'd say like my drinking drug career, I'll say, started probably at about 11, 12 years old. Like stealing beer out of people's garages, you know, smoking a little bit of pot,
Just
you know,
stuff that everybody would do.
you know, basic 11, 12-year-old stuff. Well, not anymore. When he was 11, 12, I'm like, holy crap, I was smoking weed at this age. I'm like, holy shit. Then, you know, went through high school. Like, I grew up in a small town, so I always drank and partied, did that stuff. Went to the military when I was 18. I enlisted September 7th, 2001.
Oh my.
Yeah, oh shit.
If you haven't put that together in your brain, think about that line again. Holy shit.
It's happening for him like that.
Yeah,
Oh my
they called me after 9/11 and asked if I still wanted to be in.
And you said yes.
And I did 12 more years in the military.
All right. And thank you for your service.
Yeah, you're very welcome. I think everybody should serve in the military, but
I think it could change a lot of people. It could change a lot of people's minds and work set and just the way they look at the world. I think there's there's a lot of things.
I won't get into that rant though.
Yep, I understand. I understand. So, and then after you enlisted,
Yeah, then I did 12 years. I did 4 years in communications, radio communications, going around installing different communication networks and different bases.
I should have had you hook up all this. This is a mess.
Oh, hell no. I haven't been doing that shit for a long time. My brain got fried since then. But then did about 11 years really good service. And my last year's service, it was very bad. I tore my bicep off competing. I got a little bit too cocky with 600 pounds, my opening lift.
Oh.
And it was on a power bar. And yep.
So it just ripped right off? I mean, you just completely separated?
No, it was only partial rupture because I still went and did 635 and 660 after that.
Yeah.
Well, I was, training. This was just like a practice meet, like at Morgan County Fair to get ready for a bigger competition. And I like them old school meets, like out in a barn.
In a barn. I've done one in a barn. It's
It was
awesome.
It was in a barn, and the platform
Would bounce. I was on top of dirt.
No, it was on top of old ass semi trailer flatbed, and
That's beautiful. There.
literally it was made out of like those railroad ties.
Rust just dropping through.
Yeah,
every
and you're up
deadlift.
there trying to pull. Good times. But tore the bicep off. Then, a couple months later, my wife at the time was pregnant, and we were gonna have a baby boy. Do all that. Baby was born. Baby was a little bit Mexican.
Okay.
And that's when I found out. So that turned pretty ugly, led to a little bit more drinking.
That can be a big twist, yeah.
And also with my bicep torn off, they introduced me to pills because I never really liked pills
Pills is a rough road.
too much, but I realized I can take a couple pills and do the same as a 12-pack beer.
And then then it develops into putting one on top of the other.
Oh, it gets real. Hold up, I ain't done yet.
Oh, I'm ready.
Then by that time, my drinking was out of control, and my enlistment was coming up, and they were like, "Thank you for your service. We don't want you in anymore," because my drinking was bad. The only reason they didn't dishonorable discharge me is because I was so good of a person before the drugs and alcohol took control. Then, after the military, so I'm divorced, drugs are taken over, found out about Xanax. That was like my drug of choice.
Yeah, that's the one that can either put you up or put you to sleep, one or the other.
I mean, it was the perfect drug. If you want to not care and forget about everything, that's the one for you. Then that kept going. Then I started mixing in whiskey with it. So I'd start off my day taking about 30 peach Xanax and dropping them in a bottle of Jack Daniels and shaking that up, and I'd start drinking on that. And
First thing in the morning.
I'd have the shakes so bad. I was living in my parents' basement at the time too.
And how old were you then?
31. Yeah.
So
30, 31.
So it's not just processing through your body like being a young kid,
No.
Yeah. So now it's starting to settle, and so where do you go from there?
Then I was just extremely paranoid the whole time. I knew something was wrong with me. Every morning I woke up and unloaded my shotgun. And said I wasn't going to drink or take drugs, and by I'd make it till about noon, then I'd find a good enough excuse to say, "Oh, all right, I can drink and take drugs now."
Yeah.
And by 4 o'clock, I'd be loading up that shotgun again, and that continued for about 6 months. During that time, I also met a girl, which is now my wife. At that time,
And this woman seems to be a godsend for you.
oh my God! Oh, all right, let me continue.
Yeah. We'll get into that.
Leslie is a freaking angel. She saw something good in me when nobody else did, not even myself. Yeah. What was it about?
How long have you been married now at this point?
A little bit over 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah, we hit 5 years in June.
Okay.
We were dating about 6 weeks, and I put myself in the psych floor because I was going to freaking finally kill myself and say, all right, not tomorrow.
And so now Leslie's going through this with you at this point in your life?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And Leslie, she's also a night shift nurse. She delivers babies. Labor delivery nurse. Baby deliverer.
Well, yeah, it's just like the mailman.
Yeah, just
the baby mailman.
Yeah.
Mail woman.
Oh,
Yeah.
pop one out. Good job. But
So you'd put yourself in.
put myself in the psych floor.
That's actually, I mean, really, really smart of you and good of you to do.
Yeah. Well, actually, the only reason I'm not dead is they thought I was bipolar and had me on all kinds of bipolar medicine called Depakote.
Uh-huh.
And it's also an anti-seizure medicine. So when I take 30 Xanax in one day and don't have any Xanax the next day, I don't freaking go into seizures and die. Mm-hmm. Because it's also anti-seizure, so... Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we have actually just had a guest on not so long ago. She has epilepsy, and she's a very close friend of mine since school. And man, we were breaking it all out. How it just, I wish you could just find a drug that could fix everything.
I know,
you
right?
know, like even like a drug that can fix being addicted to alcohol or drugs or anything like, but it's safe for your body.
Like. I'm glad I was addicted to alcohol and drugs because it made me the person I am today.
And that's an incredible person, man. It really is.
All right, so in the psych floor for wanting to kill myself. Get out of there, start doing good, everything. I'm still, taking quite a bit of pills, but I'm able to hold down a job still. And then about 6 months... maybe 7 months into our relationship, Leslie's father passed away. And it came out of nowhere. He had cancer, but he was doing good. Then just one day it was just all over, and it just devastated Leslie. She was the medical power of attorney, and she had to tell him to stop life support because that's her father's wishes, and that's what he would have wanted. So, we kind of drank and partied a lot after that. Then in April of April of 2015, I did my first rehab visit in Broman Medical Center. Because I had a detox from the Xanax and pills in a medical facility. If not, I could have died. They had to taper me off.
Regulated doses and dropping it.
Yeah, I basically laid in a hospital bed for 9 days thinking I was dying, even on the medical tapering down. I didn't go to the bathroom for 9 days. And I was in so much pain. I'm like, that's it. I'm never going to do this to me again. Then got out of there, went to...
I can't stop staring at your bicep vein. It's so huge. Good God.
Oh,
sorry to interrupt you, but... Sorry to interrupt the show, but check out the gun show, dude. Jesus. Just staring at that bohemian.
Oh, yeah,
Python show.
My wife being a nurse, so she has all the nurse friends. I'm just sitting at breakfast with them when they get off work, and I feel like one of them poking the back of my arm. She's like, "Ooh, that's a good one."
Oh yeah.
I'm like, "Yep, nurse porn."
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I remember the days when I used to have road maps on me, and now.
Yeah.
And now I don't.
Yeah.
Now I've got a belly on me.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I do zero cardio whatsoever, and love stuffed crust pizza.
You do plenty of cardio with all the running around you do, the things you do.
Yeah. That doesn't count. Cardio is like treadmill sucking,
Oh yeah. Whatever. Running to the donut shop can be cardio,
Yeah. But all right.
Yeah. If you
first rehab. All right, first rehab. Went through that at Bloomington. That's why I love Bloomington so much, because it introduced me to Alcoholics Anonymous, and that all the Special Olympics state games are there.
Yes.
So I remember me driving to Bloomington, detoxing, wanting to die, thinking my life was over. Now I drive to Bloomington to take the kids to state finals.
Yes.
And I get that cool little freaking coach band that, it just says coach, and it's maybe half a penny to make, and it's the coolest thing ever to me.
Man, that's such a cool thing. How people can have a spot they go to, a certain tree or whatever where something horrible happened, or first kiss, anything, and then then they break up or whatever happens, and then that spot can turn into something so different. That's what it did for you. It turned into such a good place.
Yeah.
Bloomington. Shout out to Bloomington, Illinois.
Yeah, I actually took Chris Van Dyke up there last year for state finals. We're driving, and I'm like, yeah, that's where I went and stopped drinking at. You know, those nurses saved my life. He's like, I want to meet them someday.
Oh my God!
I'm all like, shit. So we turned around and we went right up in there.
Oh my gosh!
And we told him a little bit about my story and how I was there. And there was like not a dry eye nurse in there. Like, I bet they live for like good stories and not seeing the same person come back every other month and actually seeing like their stuff, you know, like the greatness that could come out of not drinking.
Absolutely, man. That's so crazy, and that's so awesome that, you know, Chris could be a part of that type of moment too for you, and for you to just turn the wheel around. It really just speaks to the guy that you are now.
I'll get into the collecting memory things here in a bit. Remind me, collect memories, not possessions. But first rehab done. Check. Went through outpatient indicator.
I don't know what that is.
Like outpatient, you know, you meet like 2-3 times a week for like 4 hours, talk about your issues, that type stuff. Like kind of like a little bit of follow-up treatment before they like set, you know, you loose to the wild, basically. Then everything was going great, you know.
It's like when you set the goldfish into the water, and you gotta let it adjust to the water before you dump it into the pond. That's kind of what you were.
Yeah,
a little
exactly.
Goldfish.
But
now you're a massive shark. Okay, now we can keep going.
Everything was going great. You know, I had, you know, probably about 6 months sober at this time. Started a new job and started taking pills.
Oh no!
And it just dramatically went back to the way it was. Really fast. You don't slowly, you know, work yourself back up to like, you know, like your bottle of Fireball before the podcast.
Was Leslie there with you during this time as well?
Oh, crap. Oh, crap, I'm in trouble.
You're not in trouble.
Yeah,
you're not in trouble.
Take this part out. I forgot about her wedding.
It's totally staying in.
Yeah.
No, I'm guilty of being the worst scatterbrain in the world.
Yeah.
So I can just take something that I really want to hear, like, and I attack towards it.
Yeah.
So let's go back to your
wedding. Our wedding in between my relapses. We had just like a small little wedding. It was like perfect. There was like just super close family and a couple friends, like 20 people in her mom's backyard.
That's pretty much what me and Timmy did. Yep, we got married the same way.
One of the guys she went to nursing school with was an ordained minister. So then we just went out, got some fried chicken, had a nice little meal afterwards.
We went to Happy Joe's.
Nice.
Happy Joe's afterwards.
Another thing, we were looking at buying houses. And we went to go and look at this like shithole down the street that she was really wanting. And she stepped in a hole and rolled her ankle, and we had to go to prompt care on her wedding day with like her nice little dress on, and you know, then like all the makeup all down the face.
Dude,
and hers
like a Halloween wedding.
Yeah, and then poor nurses, you know, they're just trying to make her happy. You know, she's crying. This is my wedding day. I'm not supposed to be in here. Yeah, so we didn't buy that house.
Yeah, I didn't figure so. I didn't figure so.
Oh, but then what's next? I started taking pills again. I thought I could sneak it, and it slowly led into full drinking and pills again.
So you were trying to hide it from Leslie?
Leslie, you know, and everyone.
Yeah. And how long do you think you made it before it was pretty obvious?
It was probably like full-blown addiction again within a month.
A month?
Yeah. Like just, you know, within a month I'm taking 15 yellow narcos, like the 10 milligram ones, and swallowing them all at once.
Oh my goodness.
Then I went to rehab again in October of 15. And
oh my gosh,
got out of there, and I might have missed a year in there. This is all like a really big blur still to me. My memory, a lot's gone. but I had another relapse. I went to another rehab. And
I do, with what you just said, actually, I do want to speak on that. I know I'm about to bring up a meme, but the meme thing that you shared the other day, it speaks so crazy to with what you're saying. It said something along the lines of, if you met me when I was drinking, maybe try to meet me again, or something. You should meet me now, or meet me. Yeah.
If you knew me when I was drinking, let me apologize. And I'm like, I think it's like, let me introduce you to my new self.
Yeah. Because you have to think, when you're taking drugs and alcohol and you're mixing them together, it's like you enter that blackout stage of almost every day. So what happened during those 3, 4, 5, 6, sometimes full day,
Oh, no, like 2013, 2014.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying. When it starts
No,
building.
I don't remember any of that at all.
Oh,
like,
the whole time.
Like, you can ask my boy. We went to the movie theaters, and then like the movie came out on like the regular TV, and I'm like, sweet, I've been wanting to watch this.
Oh my!
And he's like, dude, you took me to the theaters, and I'm like, oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah. Then all right, let me think. Another relapse. Another rehab. Was doing good, everything. Then I'm all like, hell with it. I want to start drinking again. It was like football season. Mm-hmm. And I just wanted to have one last binge. And so I started drinking heavy again. Then, I instantly isolated myself. Like at my parents' house when they were at their house in Florida, and started binge drinking for like a whole weekend. Came back home, kept it together a little bit. Then I had one last binge night. The hardest thing for an alcoholic to do is, well, it's impossible, is controlled drinking.
Well, yeah.
Going and having one. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, okay, I got this. I'm going to do some controlled drinking. It's middle of January. Cold as hell. Little farm town. And the wife already took my keys to keep me from going and drinking, but I just walk across Business 55 to the Casey's and grab like 2 big beers. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I'm just going to grab 2 big beers. Mm-hmm. Walk back home, drink the 2 big beers, and be like, get 2 more. Mm-hmm. And I did that all night long in like negative 20 conditions.
Yeah, that's
windy as hell. And finally, around 11, whenever like Casey's is getting ready to close, he's like, well, we're getting ready to close, so you can't come back. So then I got some whiskey.
To tide you over.
It tied me over until I could drink enough to finally pass out. Mm-hmm. And it was 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Wife's at work this whole time, doesn't know what's going on. Mm-hmm. I was so drunk, I'm like, I need to come up with like a genius idea. And this is my genius drunk thinking to keep me out of trouble.
Yeah.
So the garage door going into the house.
Oh no! Here we go. Oh my! Let's hear this one.
So when she pulls into the garage, this is going to be the first thing she sees, and she's going to love me.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the sweetest shit ever. I heart Leslie in bright red letters.
Okay.
Taking up the entire door just with a brush. Heart Leslie.
You painted it?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
The main door going right into the house.
Yeah, good move. What a gentleman.
I mean, well, the thing is, it's still painted to this day.
Is it really?
Yeah. So,
that's so awesome.
So like Leslie, she'll have her little friends over and be like, yeah. Oh, your husband's so sweet. Be like, yeah, bless him.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Oh, my. I don't ever wish to see you in that big of trouble, but I can only fathom how that all looked there.
Then that next day, she's like, have you had enough? You know? And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Started going to AA again that very next day. And, been sober ever since January 19th, 2016.
2016? Wow. So Wow,
It's over 4.5 years.
Yeah, almost. We'll get into 5. Oh yeah, just over 4.5 years.
Yeah. I celebrate the 19th every month.
Oh,
most
good.
people don't do that, but I'm like, hell, it was the longest time. So many relapses, I couldn't get a month sober.
Absolutely.
And usually, like, by celebrating, I mean going downstairs in the gym and beating the shit out of myself. Is usually a pretty good celebration now.
Yeah, I mean, so you had literally climbed the mountain, and then 4 years. Has it been tough?
Oh yeah, I mean it's so hard. Like the first year, definitely.
Yeah.
Like you're basically like can't do anything because all the triggers, everything triggers you.
Going to a bar, going to a restaurant,
Yeah.
watching a movie.
I mean, think about like if you're a crackhead and trying to quit crack, and everywhere you went was crack.
Well, yeah, that
Like it's in the grocery stores, it's at gas stations, it's socially accepted.
Yeah,
you know,
I'm 100%. And so, okay, so this last 2 years, I'd say, it's gotten a lot easier on you, or is it just has its moments?
I just learned how to deal with things sober a lot better.
Yeah.
Because when I was drinking, every little excuse I could use to go and drink, I'd like manipulate. Be like, oh, my life sucks, I'm going to go drink. You know, well,
Yeah.
your life sucks because you're drunk all the time.
Yeah.
You know, you kind of start figuring this stuff out. And just slowly getting comfortable. Like, you have to, like, rediscover yourself. Like, they say you stop maturing at the age you start drinking and doing drugs at.
That's a pretty deep line.
So, 11, 12 for me, 4 years sober. I'm like a 16-year-old kid. Well, that might explain a lot of the shit I do. You know?
That's where you stop. That's awesome. That's awesome. And so then when you started the gym, what was the motivation? What was the moment? How did it happen?
I got you.
First, I wanted to say, I don't know if we dropped out where everybody can find all of your stuff.
All right. If you want to buy any merchandise, it's BeHumbleGym.com.
And we'll put a little link there, and we'll leave it there. BeHumbleGym.com.
Yeah.
And that's...
Click up here.
Okay. Yeah, right, it's right there. And now I'm going to put it down here just to mess with us.
Yeah, I don't know how like up and down works. That's some like internet magic shit.
I think that's I think that's a long time of losing like second grade to like fourth grade up and down.
Yeah.
Wait, no, that's kindergarten, I think.
Yeah.
That's before kindergarten. That's before kindergarten.
But
so when you open this,
all right, let's start how I became involved with these wonderful individuals. I always wanted to help, and I was kind of decent at powerlifting. I kind of knew what I was doing a little bit, and then one of my friends tagged me in a post saying this Special Olympics agency was looking for a powerlifting coach. So I'm like, okay, let's do this. Went through all the like background checks and everything, and all that, got fingerprinted, and all right, now I can be around the athletes and coach them. Then my very first practice, I was like sick going into it. I was sick the night before talking to my wife about it, and she's like, just be yourself and have fun. I'm gonna grab one of these.
Absolutely.
Are these free?
Yeah, those are free.
All right,
yeah, those
good
are
deal.
free. I'll trade you a banner for a water.
All right, done. Good deal.
Yeah.
But I was nervous, like sick nervous. Went in there, and my wife just said, hey, be yourself and have fun. And that's what I did. And obviously, I had a great instant reaction with the athletes right away. And I just fell in love with, like, their enthusiasm, you know, and their love of it. And then the love, like, they showed towards me, the other lifters, everything. And then I was like, all right, I love this powerlifting with them. And we'd meet every Thursday at 6 o'clock for 1 hour.
And this is at the gym?
This is at a Anytime Fitness gym.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That the other agency was using for coaching.
Gotcha.
And I was doing that every Thursday at 6.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and we just go through the full power, everything. Squat, bench, pull.
Mm-hmm.
And then on Facebook, a picture popped up with me and my 2 friends.
Mm-hmm.
One died of a drug overdose. One died in a drug deal gone wrong. And the guy taking the picture drank himself to death.
Oh, my.
I was the only one still alive that had anything to do with that. And I was going to start drinking that night again. I had about 2.5 years sober. I'm like, I'm tired of seeing all my freaking friends die. So many of my friends have died from drinking and drugs. It's unreal. And I was fed up with it. I was going to start drinking after practice. And I talked about it on Facebook a little bit. And Chris Van Dyke's mother, Susan, showed Chris. And he seen me before practice. And like in Chris style, he runs up to give you a hug.
I've seen him.
Like
He's
a
a
little,
hugger.
like a little barrel hug.
Yeah,
And-
he's like a barrel, like a rock hard barrel
dude.
coming at you. I see.
Oh, he's like a
he attacks
55-gallon
you.
drum, like as wide as he is tall.
If he hits a deadlift PR and you run out of the room and shut the door, it looks like he's gonna run through the door.
Yeah.
He doesn't care.
But, yeah, I had my mind set up. I was going to drink, you know, just give up to some years sobriety and just go back to drinking, you know what was comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And he ran up and gave me a huge hug and said, "Thank you for not drinking anymore, Coach." And at that very moment, I realized good enough was not good enough for these kids. Whatever they wanted from then on was theirs. And I was going to make sure they got it. So when I say the kids saved my life, I mean it. When I say they can, anytime they leave, I thank them. Because I thank them every day they leave for helping me still stay sober to this day.
Yeah, that is, man. It's so crazy how the world can look at it like you're doing this great thing for people, but you are.
Yeah,
But
it's amazing.
man, it's kind of
Yeah.
the other side of that too. Has how much, they're doing for you.
For sure. Like I don't know how that Instagram stuff works. So like this whole hashtag thing is like wild and new to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll figure it out one day. But I did the hashtag thingy, who helps who more.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the truth. Like who really does help who more.
I think you all need each other just as equal.
Yeah,
Like,
because if I didn't have them, I'd go back to drinking.
yeah.
You know, if they didn't have me, they wouldn't have anything.
Man, it is so great that these athletes have an area just for them. Because, sometimes I would foresee it being like you have to give extra attention. It's going to be a little bit more than just someone in a gym's training session. And so you
Yeah.
want to dedicate more time and more effort and one-on-one time.
Yeah.
And you've created it.
Yeah.
So is it a barn? Is it a basement? Is it
Right now, well, let's go back to how the gym started.
Okay.
We kind of like rabbit holed and
Oh, I told you I'm
looped around
scatterbrained.
in there somewhere. Let's go back to how it started. So we finished off that powerlifting season,
Mm-hmm.
and Chris won state, and Ben, I think you were in swimming, weren't you, that year?
Yeah.
I think you couldn't compete in all different kinds of things. You had to pick and choose which one you had to do. Then that was going to end. And I was talking to that agency director, and I'm like, okay, so what happens after state? And she's like, okay, then powerlifting's done, and they don't start again until January.
Powerlifting's never done.
I know, it's something you got to do.
Never.
Like, I mean, anything like weight training, it's a year-long activity. It's
Yeah,
just something you just can't, hop in and out of and expect results.
Absolutely.
And so they're like, well, it's done. And I reached out to gyms, got negative results. I don't need to go into that. Just, you know.
I understand.
Negative results. And, you know, I was pretty hurt, you know. Like, I fell in love with these kids. And my wife would always get home at like 7:30, and we'd always talk about her day and everything. And finally she's like, just get a little bit of weight stuff. And we can organize the basement and put a little bit of stuff in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
So we scrounged up like a squat rack. Like
You ain't finding one of those today.
Yeah.
You can't find those anywhere.
Oh no,
Anyways.
they're back on Titan Fitness. I was on Titan Fitness. Last night looking at some bigger slam balls for the kids.
Oh, there you go.
You
A lot
know.
of fun with that.
Yeah. But all right, rabbit hold.
Rabbit hole.
All right, squat rack, like adjustable bench, and like a cheap non-loaded bar, and some metal plates, and that's what we started out as. And we had Ben, Renee, and Chris, like the OG lifters. And we had a heavy bag too.
You still got that in there? I've seen him popping around on that.
Yeah.
Or maybe I just went back on video.
That's
so
way
far.
back because kids got strong and they broke the friggin' floor joist
Dang,
that I had it screwed into. Yeah. But then I'm like, well, we need to, be able to raise some funds. So I'm like, how can we raise funds? I'm like, oh, we can sell T-shirts. Thing is, me and Leslie were battling addiction and recovery and debt for over 2 years. So we were freaking broke as shit. So I asked a friend if we could borrow $400 to get 60 T-shirts made. I'm like, I think they'll do okay. I think I know I can get your $400 back no matter what. I'm like, okay, let's put pre-sales out on the Facebook. Within like 24 hours,
all of them are gone.
Of pre-sales.
Oh, yeah.
It was like 160 were gone.
Oh my goodness!
Because like I've been sharing like videos of the kids, because like they already knew what I did, and they're like, now you're just doing it on your own. This is awesome, and like I mainly just wanted to sell T-shirts, just get a deadlift bar.
Yeah.
Dude,
that's the main thing, man. That's the first thing I went for when I was like, I got this money. Deadlift bar.
We had a Rogue Ohio deadlift bar, but we were still deadlifting off of plywood.
Yeah. Dude, okay.
And it just steadily. I think after that, then we got the kids like a West Side bench. Then it just blew up from there.
It's a beautiful gym. Now, are you still raising money to get any more equipment? I know you pay for memberships for the athletes, they don't pay for anything.
Like literally, like if we got a lifting meet coming up September 12th, then at the pit in Bloomington, and they literally will show up, and all they have to do is show up. Like, we'll have coolers full of drinks and a cooler full of snacks. Like, my wife is like Mama Bear with the kids. She goes crazy. Like, she'll spend like $200 on snacks. Like, not even our athletes are like hanging out with us, just having snacks, having fun at all the events. And like, we pay entry fees, we pay for their food, everything. All they have to do, well, even that, as long as they can get to our house, we'll take them to the event.
Absolutely.
Everything's always free for him.
Yeah.
Like, Ben had a hole in a T-shirt. He's like, I got a hole in my T-shirt. I'm like, okay, cut off the sleeves. Here's a new one.
There you go. Show off the python sometimes anyways.
I just get one of these from Downstick.
Yeah.
Oh, get that out there. Get that out there.
Get it,
Get
pop
in
it. Oh, dang, look at
Yeah.
that. The shadow hitting that too, man. You're rolling.
He's got a nice little curl going.
Yeah, he's got a little Arnold. We're going to talk to you about your Arnold bump there in a minute.
It's going to,
So, wait, now, can people, if they just want to donate, if they want to buy the shirt, that's this website.
Yeah.
Is the donation attached to that website as well?
They have a GoFundMe page attached to that website, too.
Okay.
And
hey, athletes always need new equipment.
Yeah.
Athletes stuff always goes. I mean,
Everything's wear and tear.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
You're training a lot of people on the same equipment, and once COVID stops, there's going to be a whole lot more meets to go to.
Yeah.
And during this time, you guys are just lurking in the dark, getting strong. We used to call it cocoon mode, where you
I've
hide
been
out.
having them do like 5 to 8 reps, building up hypertrophy. Then every once in a while, I'll throw in like a max effort, so they remember how to strain. That remembering how to strain is a hard one to teach.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So you, as an athlete, are strong as shit. Like your deadlift is.
I'm okay.
Well, first of all, I want to tell you, you look like Zeus is sitting here. Your body is like Zeus. You are so massive and you're so tall. And I got this angle, but it just shows off my midsection how wide and tubby I'm getting. But man,
I'm 6'3", like 265-ish, 260-ish. And I'm kind of lean, kind of chubby, kind of eat a lot of stuffed crust pizza. You know,
dude, food is one of the greatest things in the world.
Yeah.
I will tell you that. I can eat pizza 17 times a day. I can find the snack drawer all the time.
Oh yeah.
And the cool thing, when I was powerlifting, dude, I never diet, no diet whatsoever.
Yeah.
And I've just kept that same mindset when I went into not lifting. And now we're trying to get back again. And, we just decided, me and Timmy, we're going to do a powerlifting meet in November.
Nice.
So we're getting back into it 100%. Nice. Plus,
that'll be fun.
Yeah, we got all the stuff. We just really want a new squat rack. But we couldn't buy them anywhere, and they were so expensive. But
go get on there. They got them.
I'll
they
take
had them last night.
Yeah, I'll take a look tonight.
Free shipping.
Now, okay, so do you compete as well still?
No.
Or you just coach?
I just coach.
And then rock and roll in the gym.
In the gym in the basement. Like, a lot of people probably haven't seen my videos. I get a little wild and
just
crazy.
Just a lot of flex videos. I see a lot of flex videos.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Not bad for a coach, huh?
It goes, your routine is pretty much like 1, 2, and then shirt off. Shirt off, and then
like the people on the internets here can't see that, like, I'm covered in tattoos.
Oh yeah,
like,
you have a lot. How many do you have?
All of them.
All of them? Every tattoo?
My entire torso is covered.
You never counted?
Like, yeah, that's kind of weird when you have like over 200 hours of tattoos.
Okay.
That's so all blended together.
One on top of the other. One starts fading away. You just put another one on the top, something different.
That's what I'm going to have to start doing here shortly.
Or you could be like Post Malone and start getting tattoos all over your face.
Actually, I'm wanting to get a tattoo on my forearm. That's like...
Of Post Malone?
Oh, hell no. Actually, me and my son were watching Post Malone... Joe Rogan.
Oh, dude, that was awesome. That was one of the
really
greatest podcasts I've ever seen.
Yeah, so, like, after you, I'll just, like, bump up to Joe Rogan. And we'll be good to go.
Yeah.
Like, I'm experienced now.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Professional.
Yeah, and what I want to... We're going to attach some of the deadlift videos after this, but you do have the Instagram handle that people can find, too. That's just under Be Humble Gym.
Be Humble Gym.
Is there the underscores?
No, all that crap's stupid.
Yeah.
It's just all one word.
Okay, I agree. I agree with that 100%. I would like to talk to Ben. If you guys want to switch seats for a minute, I'll just talk to Ben for a couple minutes here, and I'm very excited for what Ben has to say. Oh. We're cooking along real good now.
It's all Chris. You're good.
All right, and we are back. And so now I'm sitting across from Ben. This is Ben Simpson, and Ben is an athlete and also assistant with Be Humble Gym. So what do you do as an assistant and athlete at Be Humble Gym?
Well, actually, I am the board of directors for Special Olympics.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so how long have you been with Be Humble?
I don't know how long, but I think I started since I was 10 years old.
Okay.
With the gym.
Yeah. And so, how many days a week do you train with Jordan?
Actually, we didn't get started last June. It was being opened up then, and then we just start going back, and it started like it's a great thing for other athletes.
Okay, so I gotta ask you the real main question here: how much can you bench, bro?
I benched like 200.
200?
Yeah.
Up to 215.
Yeah, I'm at
215.
Yeah.
Man, you're a little tank. And so what's your deadlift at?
Actually, my personal best is 331, and I'm going up to 400 pounds.
331 conventional,
Conventional.
315 sumo.
Oh.
You can pull both.
Yeah,
There you
I
go.
do both.
Yeah, I saw Jordan one time, not so long ago, do something very crazy. He was sumoing like 615 or 640 or something like that, and in the middle he switched to conventional at that, and that was very impressive. I did want to.
He gave the finger.
Right in the middle, he dropped it out. That was perfect. That was
All the
perfect.
Taylor Swift.
Oh yeah, dude, I love it. I love it. So, you are going to hit 400 pounds.
Yes.
Okay, and what do you squat?
No, I can't squat because I have messed up neck, and I'm doing the squat machine.
Okay,
With,
Smith machine.
Down syndrome, they have C1, C2 cervical issues.
Okay.
Basically, right where the squat bar sits.
Oh,
They
okay.
break
Yeah.
Their neck,
Oh,
they have that issues.
okay. Yeah, we'll stay away from that then.
Yes.
We will stay away from that. Now, so you have goals moving forward of numbers and competing. So you do push-pull meets?
No.
Oh, okay. They said yes. You said no.
Well,
Pull is bench and deadlift.
yeah, bench and deadlift, I do, but I'm just so messed up on things. But I'm trying to get back on track. But I know what I'm trying to do. I'm the chief marketing officer for the Big Hummer Gym, so I'm marketing for that, and I'll be helping with the shipping and stuff like that. That's what I want to do for my goal. So.
Yes, and you have another. Do you work another job?
Yes, I work at Casey's for 6 years now. Last time I had my 5 years in service. So they took me out for lunch and we just talked about what we need to do. So I am a maintenance.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now do you help coach as well?
Yes, I help coach the athletes, and the athletes are being a part of making things right in Vaughn. People have different disabilities. Like I have Down syndrome. So, some people have autisms, and they have all different kinds. They have it's like a post. It's like Jordan. He's the great guy to hang out with. Like
Well, also, Ben has his Class A certification through Special Olympics. So
Yes.
he signed off through the Special Olympics so he can legally coach Special Olympics athletes being a Special Olympics athlete.
Yeah,
Zach, congratulations.
Thank you. I was trying to forget about that. Yeah, I passed everything in I am the development committee in a board of directors. So I'm in charge of the gym, and I'm in charge of the Springfield Park District and YMCA.
And so you 36 years old?
I'm 35.
35. I'm so sorry. I'm
It's
sorry.
fine.
Yeah, because you were born in 84.
Yes, I was born in 84, and I started since I was 10. I never competed ever because I like to compete with anybody. Because I have my own Facebook page, and you can look up my videos. I post, I lift, and I do all the things I'm doing on there. So it's
And you're pushing a lot of the merchandise for Be Humble Gym on there too.
Yeah, he's the
Yeah.
marketing officer.
Yep, marketing officer.
Yes.
And I think you're doing a pretty good job. I think you're doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, I have. But yeah, I like things for making designs and designing the gym.
Mm-hmm.
So that's I'm doing right now.
Now, so what has Jordan really meant to you during this time?
Well, I never met him yet since he was started coaching for the Park District.
Mm-hmm.
Since I met him, and he actually like, is that Jordan? Like, oh my god, he's a beast, dude. Like, really. Like, he's a super nice guy. He loves the athletes to coach.
And how much has he helped you?
He helped me to change my life. Because he wants to change everybody's life. Because we saved him. Because we saved his life. And he saved us from him to stop drinking.
Man, you're making me kind of cry, dude. Man, I'm sorry. I'm actually tearing up right now. And now moving forward, do you have big goals? Do you have dreams? Like what's the future hold for you?
My dream and my goal.
What the yeah, I guess, man. I'm about to use my new shirt. Yes. I can just see it in his eyes. I just look into your eyes and I see what you're saying. And you're such a sweet guy, and Jordan's such a sweet guy. And I'm glad you are who you are now, and I'm glad that you guys have each other.
Yes. Yeah.
But I want to know what your goals are. I want to know where you're going.
Alright, my goal, I'd like to be a executive for the Special Olympics someday, but I have to get promoted first.
So are we like trying to like push him forward? Hey, internet, go let whoever this guy is that is gonna promote you. Let him know.
Yeah.
He's also like the ambassador for the torch run.
Yes.
Does everything with the torch run for the entire state.
Wow.
Yeah. We do pull the plunge. So
I've done a polar plunge before.
Yeah, he did it too.
Yeah, I did it.
I just had hand surgery. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, what's that?
I forgot to take off my Converse.
Oh man! At least you had Converse on and not like, well, I can save some other.
Well, last
brands.
time,
Crocs.
this part's funny. I died laugh at this. My brother Brendan Simpson, he told me like, this guy had diving in the forest, put your face in the front, like, watch out, everybody! I'm coming down. Boom! Oh my god.
Ben, I am so happy to meet you. I'm going to put Jordan back on the hot seat for a minute here, and we will talk, and I can't wait to lift with you. And so, thank you so much for speaking with me.
Thank you.
Oh, dude, it's unreal how short it is.
It's hitting.
Dude, you are so tall, and this is not very.
Well, I'm
Like-
5'6".
I'm
know.
like 5'8".
Like, this wouldn't happen if you were Joe Rogan.
Oh,
You know,
dude,
I'm practicing for this.
he's I mean, he's got a mansion that he runs his stuff out of. But all right, so we are.
Are these still free?
Oh, they're still free.
All right.
Even the second one's free.
All right, good deal.
And so I just want to drop in here. Hey, if you're watching this and you made it this far, let us know. We're giving away a couple of those new shirts and koozies. The new Shot 30 podcast logo. We're going to be giving away a couple to people who like, share, subscribe this video, and then just let us know. And be subscribed. Give it a 5-star on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher. Go check it out on all of those. We have the skit page on the Shot 30 podcast page, and you'll probably see a lot more of Shot 30 podcast and Be Humble stuff working together because
we got to do a lot of collabs.
oh man
Oh.
we do TikTok real hard. We're not sure what's going on with TikTok, but
I have no clue how that works. The 15-year-old kid will probably figure it out.
he's the one who has to like change my settings to Canada or something because I can't get any views anymore. And maybe that's because I'm a fat middle-aged man and on TikTok. But I'm not afraid to pull some TikTok moves and shake my ass a little bit.
Nice.
So what are you doing moving forward here? What do you got? I know COVID's
All right.
stopping a lot of stuff, but
Yeah, it's slowing down a lot of stuff, but Not a whole bunch for me, at least. It's made it so I can coach kids one-on-one and do it as a full-time job. Well, not really a job because, like, you make money having a job.
This is my dream. To do this would be my dream.
Yeah, I mean, my wife, like I said, she's an angel. She's all like, I got you. Follow your dreams with the kids. So, it was like a dream ever since I started, like, in the basement to build a gym. And it slowly became a plan, you know, to build the gym. Selling T-shirts and with the GoFundMe page. It's getting real close. Like, I'm itching to, like, pull the trigger. But I need just, you know, a little bit more money. And we're going to build them their very own gym in our backyard.
Okay, that's where I had seen that.
Yeah.
I knew that there was something in the works.
As long as we can get zoned for it. But, you know, you don't want to be the asshole that tells these kids no. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely
Yeah.
not. And shit, especially Chris. I don't want to be
Yeah.
the guy who has to face
Yeah.
him. Whew,
But,
he'll come running at you like a pit bull.
Yeah, the wife is very adamant. It's going to be in our backyard.
I really, I have never met your wife, but I really love just even the way you talk about her, and she just sounds like such a genuine person.
Yeah.
Man, she sounds really great for you.
Also, like, while we're, like, out running around crazy, you know, trying to make this gym work for the kids, she was working 50-plus hour weeks as a charge nurse, night shift, and she got her BSN from SIU with a 4.0 grade point average the entire time.
And you got to think with her, you know, working those long shifts and stuff, to have this to not worry about when she's gone or anything.
I freaking love going to bed now because it's, well, I wouldn't say it's quiet because she's like keeps on asking me if I'm awake and I'm like, no. But
Oh my god.
I don't have to listen to her cry herself to sleep anymore because I went out and got drunk and high again. I usually acted like I didn't hear it, but I did. I was just messed up and didn't care. But I'm glad I don't have to hear that anymore.
Yes. That sound can break you. It can break you. And even though you're the one breaking someone else, it's, you know, listening to someone that you love or someone that would do anything for you. Breaking, I mean, I had a very suicidal past, and I was in depression for a long time, and my wife is the only reason I'm probably still sitting here. I mean, she just... I would look at her and just say it's just a matter of time. I can't control it anymore. And then I got better, and then now I'm able to talk to people about what I went through and stuff, and to be able to hear, not to compare, but just to hear, and I can relate to some of those types of feelings, you know, just the feelings of you're out of control, the feelings of I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. Yeah.
And just that, you know, you're going to hurt yourself and worried all at the same time. You want to do it, but you don't, you know. Yep.
It's like a game of ping pong with yourself.
I don't know how many times I said, well, I'll do it tomorrow. You know, and luckily tomorrow never came, you know, because I kept pushing it off. I'm like, well, maybe the next day, you know. Yeah.
Well, I hope we will attach this link for the GoFundMe, and we are going to try to pour people in. Buy the shirts, buy the decals, buy the new banners, and put them in your gym. It's for a great cause, and these kids.
All the money goes to the kids, 100%.
Yeah.
Just even, you know, you sitting across from me, Ben, and looking at me, man, my eyes just water because you guys are doing something incredible and for each other. And how about we do something incredible back, and let's, you know, help these guys out moving forward, because this is just this. You guys are still ground level.
Oh, it's
how high you could go, how big this
I'm
could
gonna
become.
open it up and do like all strength training with these athletes, strongman, CrossFit, whatever they want to do. If it involves exercise, if we don't have it, we'll go and buy it so they can.
Yes, and when it comes to like special needs athletes, if another person with special needs sees you guys and sees what you're doing,
oh yeah, definitely,
then they could be drawn to that and open up to, rather than being, having restrictions of life, if they want to be active and power lift and work out and be in a community, in a group, like, that door's open for them now.
Yeah, they can always come. Or, like, if, like last weekend, I'm hanging out, just relaxing in the backyard with my dog, and I get a message on the gym page about a guy from North Carolina. I can't remember his name. But he has cerebral palsy. He's like, I'm having a bad day. I didn't know he had cerebral palsy at the time. He's like, I'm having a bad day. I need a friend. And he sent me his number. And I called him, like, immediately after. And he freaked out. He's like, oh, my God, it's actually you that called me. And I'm all like, what are you talking about? I'm just a normal dude. And
sometimes people just need that.
I talked to him for 20, 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. Then I found out he has cerebral palsy after I've been talking to him for a while. Mm-hmm. And he's going to get back into working out. He messaged me last night because I keep in contact with everyone. Like, it's me. If you message the gym, it's me responding back to it. Mm-hmm. I mean, I set the phone down while I'm spending time with my wife. If not, I'm answering emails, everything.
Or flexing.
Let's do both.
Yeah. But, yeah, so, if you have any other things that you'd like to drop on here, the athletes, anything like that,
Yeah. One thing another athlete told me, her name's Renee, May, she's 46 now, she's 46 now. When she was a teenage girl, she got hit in the head with I think a volleyball or a basketball. Mm-hmm. Just normal thing in gym practice. They did an x-ray and found a huge tumor behind her eye. Normal 15-year-old girl has to have brain surgery back in the late 80s. Mm-hmm. And things didn't, but she taught me this: collect memories, not possessions. She doesn't remember a lot of things, I bet she wishes she knew some of the things she forgot. Mm-hmm. So I cherish the memories. My wife cherished those memories, the little things. Me listening to Taylor Swift. I don't hear Taylor Swift singing. I hear my wife singing to me when we're driving around the car, being happy.
Oh my God, I love that.
Watch my videos very closely. You'll see during my setups, usually like I'll have like a smart ass smirk when I got the moment locked in. Then it's like crazy shit, I'm glued. Mm-hmm. Because I got that moment in my head, and I can live so much more happy than I can pissed off.
Oh, that's what I always said, that there's no reason, like,
you should be running around pissed off, headbutting the bar.
Like, you don't need to smack my face.
You already did all the hard work. You just have to show it off now.
Yeah. Oh, man, I love that. You are a very genuine, awesome guy. You guys, I want to say thank you so much for being here. We're going to go out. We're going to hit some deadlifts. Yeah. We're going to eat a big old lunch. This is Shot 30 Podcast. You can find it on all your favorite podcasts, apps, whatever. There's the YouTube page, Instagram page. This is Chris. Look at that face, man. Oh, heartthrob. Jordan, Ben, Chris, thank you guys for being here.
Peace.
Go to Be Humble Gym and check it out.
Yeah,
like,
buddy.
share, subscribe. Thank you. Oh, that was smooth.